Yo, what's up, everybody? Starting soon. All right. What's up? Looks like sound's working good. The video should be solid. Welcome to the stream or video if you're watching it later. So, this is the blue-black 8-rack list we've been working on. A few basic things. Wrote a little article about it. If you do apostrophe Dimir, you can see it. It's linked other places too. Kind of explain the thought process. General idea is you add some very powerful blue filter cards that are easy to cast, add some long-term value, and synergize with 8-rack very well. It's basically these 5 cards, the Search and Jace. And to make room for it, because every other card in 8-rack is pretty important, you kind of take your 4s down to 3 ofs. So we have 3 racks, 3 Shrieking. The number one comment I get on this deck when I'm looking for constructive feedback is, it's 6-rack, it's not 8-rack. So maybe we'll just call it blue-black rack, because blue-black 8-rack seems to be triggering people because there are only 6 racks. But between the blue filter and the tutor, I really have had less issue with this deck not getting a rack. You know, a lot of times you've seen on stream or people who play 8-rack, you have them hell-bent. Maybe you get a rack, they destroy your 1 rack, and you're just looking for a rack really bad and don't get it. That happens quite a bit with 8-rack. Not quite a bit, but it happens more than you'd like. So I've had it happen less with this deck than normal. Maybe it's small sample size, but between the ability to dig and search and tutor, I've actually had less issues getting it. And on the flip side, also that's better, is that a lot of games with 8-rack or mono black, you'll draw too many racks. Your opening hand might be, Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Lily. You're like, okay, this is good, and then 3 racks. And you're like, in a land or maybe 2 racks. But then you just keep drawing racks, and you're not doing any damage, and the racks are just terrible draws. So that's happened less with this deck also. So those 2 things I really like the 6-rack aspect with the blue and the tutor. Sideboard, I think you can do the same type of stuff with the sideboard. Depends on how you're feeling. Typically with 8-rack, you have some type of leyline hate, some type of hate for control, and then maybe some creature package combo. We're able to bring in Counter Squall here. It works pretty well in a lot of decks. Right now we have a Pack Rat, Nizumi, and Hope package as creatures. So we haven't played this deck too much. That's why we're looking forward to playing here. And I must say, it's very difficult to play. So expect some slower games and expect some punts. And I think the key thing to focus on is the options I do have. If I have 4 or 5 different lines of play that play out way differently over the course of 4 turns, 3 turns, and I just make a simple decision early, keep in mind we're trying to evaluate the deck, so look at what options I did have. And in most situations, it seems like one of those plays could have brought me to victory. Now, the problem lies in if that choosing which one of those, if it's totally kind of random, then that's not going to work for the deck. But if you can play the deck enough and understand, like, oh yeah, I should go for a Jace or a Search long game here, or I should play Pack Rat here, or I should do aggressive discard here. If there's some rhyme or reason to that we gain from practice, then I think this deck's certainly very, very, very strong. So that's just my opening thoughts for today. So we're in the middle of a league. We're going to pick it up where we left off. We lost to KCI 0-2, pretty bad punt. So we should have at least won game 2, maybe have won game 3. We do sideboard in like 12 cards. But we beat blue-white control 2 matches in a row. So that's usually a pretty shitty matchup for 8-rack. So that's good. But again, we're just testing, having fun. It's the weekend. Hope you guys are doing well. Or whenever you're watching this video. Oh. Okay, let's keep. We have the Search. So we're a little weak to like a straight Inquisition, but then Smallpox is usually pretty good against those decks. So It's my first game of the day too. Yeah, live stream. So. Okay. Pebble Garden is good. I don't think. I think we actually play a swamp here because we're going to want to destroy one of our lands to smallpox, and all these other lands are good. I know it's like a Urborg and all these have a good synergy, but I think we play a swamp because we want to go ahead and get a land in play that we can sack, and we don't want to give them help with the Urborg. Potential to just stick the Urborg. Yeah, let's just stick to Urborg. We can always play the swamp when we do need to sack a land. So we'll see if the Urborg hurts us. Good burning. Okay. So we might be up against green-white control. I mean a green-white company list. Okay. So this is a perfect smallpox turn. So we're gonna play the swamp and smallpox here. And that should put him back pretty far. We're gonna have to discard. We can discard a search. That's actually pretty good because then it gets us a enchantment in the graveyard. So this is a pretty strong turn for us. We get an enchantment in the graveyard. We get rid of our land that's not very good. We devastate him. If we were playing against like a deck that has a counter spell, we may hesitate discarding the search, but we shouldn't really have an issue sticking a search next turn. There's also the play of just making him discard 2 cards to Ravenscrime since we have a search follow-up the next turn. So since he didn't play a land, like if he played a land creature, he'd be down to 2 cards, and maybe making him drop those last 2 would be good. But I think we're just going to stick to search. Go ahead and go grab the watery. I guess I'd be worried about getting my only island if he has some type of ghost quarter or something. So between bridge, we still have to watch out for like a walking ballista. We're gonna need to get some type of removal here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll be able to flip search soon. Not this turn. Put Urborg in a graveyard, yes. Okay, so we have a rack and the discard here. So I think we go ahead and get the Mutavault down. Ravenscrime first, I guess. Ravenscrime 1 Mutavault away. Could potentially Ravens them both away. Because if we're gonna rely on bridge to protect us, so the Mutavault beatdown's not really a path to victory for us. So, and we're gonna get our 3rd land there. We kind of need a 4th though. He's gonna be able to Coco here, unless we get him to discard. This is really tough. Just discarding now might be smarter. There's a lot of options here. I kind of like just streaking past, but This will flip next turn. We'll have our 3 lands. We'll be able to do that. We'll have one other card. No, I think we start playing out so then the bridge actually gets some value. And then we can start using search to aggressively get our discard back. So we'll just have to hope he doesn't Coco hard next turn. A lot of options there. That's one of those turns, you know, normal 8-rack thought process there. You could, with the Rising Canopy is not good for us. Oh no, he went infinite. So the discard would have been better there. Depends on what his last card in his hand is. So if he had Coco and Vizier in his hand, then definitely making him discard one of those would have been more ideal. But I don't think it was unheard of to do the play we did. Oh, how did he get him out? Oh, he had a Dust Watch too. Okay, so he had Dust Watch and Vizier, so we definitely should have made him discard. So we lose game 1 here, but that's okay. Yep, it's over. He's gonna dig for a Walking Ballista and kill us. Expecting him to have basically 2 of his combo pieces, which is Duskwatch. He needed basically Vizier and then a Dustwatch or a Coco. So I think I'm trying to decide if I made the right play. I mean, it was obviously wrong in this game because it cost us the game, but I guess against green white it would have probably always been better to make him discard. So we can keep this as, you know, a little learning. Just waiting to see the Ballista here. Might as well take the opportunity to think about the list, what we could have done. He would have had basically the Dustwatch in the yard. No, so he had Porce Modem Lunge, yeah. So he could have pulled that back. And that was basically the key to what had happened here. So he needed Vizier, and then a lot of options. Coco would have been good. Postmortem Lunge. Duskwatch. Ballista. Okay. So the fact he already had a Devoted Druid in there means we should have definitely Ravenscry. Okay, let's look at the sideboard. So we could have held into that game, but that was good. Good learning. That's what we're doing in these leagues. Let's pucks. Let's peep out our sideboard guide. So Green White Company. It's on the bottom left. The counter squall is actually quite nice. Couple Last Hopes. Fatal. I think that's basically where we're at. Oh, we don't have the Bantus here. So this is one where for the next league we better put Bantus back in. So I think in search of one of those, we'll take a Surgical. The Inquisitions aren't great. Lily isn't as great. One Search isn't great. The Ravens aren't great. Yeah, that's basically where we are. We probably have Bantus in here. Another Extirpate. For what? Maybe the charm. Maybe the tutor's not great here. No, I usually side out one lily because we bring in the other two lilies. I can see that. Happy to listen to keep the fourth lily. I mean, the tutor we can see cutting. Getting rid of another removal is a little iffy though. Maybe we keep. So we should have carried that game home. He had a perfect draw, and we didn't do what we need to do. So we're not going to throw that one on the deck. There's a mulligan here. Keep this. Surgical seems good. Gotta play smart here. We got 20 minutes. It would have been nice if you played a devoted druid there, huh? Let's think about how we're going to do this. Yeah, I mean, you always bolt the bird, but in this situation, it was probably, I could see holding it would have been better with this hand. Get rid of his combo pieces too. We're basically going to jam a Jace here. Well, he's only got one land, so I don't know if it's a huge punt. I kind of disagree. God, it would have been ballsy to surgical his birds. Fuck. Is there any way to flip Jace here? Not without blowing these. Not worth it. Could blow one, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So we can't smallpox this turn, but next turn we're gonna be able to start blowing them out with smallpox. He's gonna be able to do his I Yeah, just poxing now could be good. Gets rid of Jace, but yeah, maybe we should just stop being greedy. We were greedy last game and it hurt us. So we're gonna smallpox here, which means we got to discard a couple things. Bridge might be one of the ones we have to get rid of here. We're gonna have to probably rely on Mutavault Beatdown here. Which land do I want to get rid of? Shit, this is tough because we're gonna have to discard 2 cards here. Basically. I guess we could just play the Mutavault, get rid of the swamp. Could maybe activate Mutavault to save him. So I'm gonna activate Mutavault. Oh, I should have done it first. Oh, that was a punt. So we had a good play, but we casted it. So I should have saved Jace by activating Mutavault. Okay, we sideboard anyways. So we give ourselves a punt, but it was still a victory play. So we should have activated Mutavault and discarded that, you know, to the. Oh, but that would have been 2 lands. That would have hurt. I guess just losing Jace is probably right. Haven't seen you around too much, Graham. I like it. Appreciate the insight. So this is a fine hand. I could definitely see way worse 6s, so we're going to keep those. Whether or not we fatal push the bird, I don't know. Oh, he's got a devoted druid, so we're going to want to fatal push surgical the druid next turn. Have we not talked before? That's cool. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff I do. All I do is 8 rack. That's pretty cool. Awesome. Welcome to the crew. You know, we got a Discord, we got a Facebook, we got all that stuff. Oh yeah, okay. My bad. I'm sure we have. So we're just gonna hold up. So fatal surgical, I guess, is the play here. Next turn we can like rack and then hold this up if he doesn't do it for some reason. Well, I appreciate you stopping in, man. This is all about learning. I'm just trying to get better and get better by talking to better players. Just playing. So this is a pretty strong play here. So we got to take a screenshot of this because it's weird how it is online. Oh, he does have Portsmouth and Blood, so he's got a Vizier, Knight, Scavenging Ooze. So she does have. So I guess we double rack and then maybe he knights for mana value. But he could always postmortem lunge it. That was a good play, but it wasn't like awesome or anything. We still lose just to grind out. Okay, so we know 5 of his cards. We know his whole hand. So Here comes a Knight of Autumn. Probably. I mean, I think we still have to Lily up. I mean, Lily minus. I want to attack his hands, but we don't have a Bantus in this list. He's going to be able to play 2 creatures next turn. So Lily's going to basically die. Maybe Protector with double Mutavault. Yeah, I think we have to get rid of the Knight. Yeah. So next turn he can play Scavenging Ooze, Remedies, or he can post-mortem the Knight. That's pretty shitty. So he can be able to post-mortem the Knight to bring him back. That's pretty strong. Maybe just going up is the right play here, not letting him flash that guy back. Because, yeah, if he sacks him and bring him back. Yeah. Because if he didn't have post-mortem lunge, I think it's we get rid of it and keep his board clear. But the fact that he has it, he can just kill our rack, and then we have really no win conditions here. Plus, we have a good card to discard. So our edicts are always going to be bad because he's always going to be able to pull the Knight of Autumn back. Tough call. That's part of the fun of playing this deck. There's a lot of decisions. Some of these should become more straightforward as we play more and more. At least now, if he does really starts casting things, he's putting himself under the rack, which is fine. So he's got Scavenging Ooze, Postmortem Lunge, Verdant Catacombs, and Vizier. Oh, he just used Postmortem. Oh, he discarded Postmortem. Okay, so now the Knight is... so he's got Scavenging Ooze. So in his hand, he has Verdant, Vizier, Unknown. This is where Ensnaring Bridge would be really nice. There's not many creatures in the yard, so we can actually block this ooze, double block it. He's going to put one more in there probably for that purpose. Yeah, Graham, we're thinking the same. I like it. So he's got Vizier. Vizier and a Verdant. I already did my Lily, right? Yeah. Okay, Vizier and a Verdant. Is there any creatures he could throw in the yard? No, there's really not. I think we double block ooze here. What do you think? This is a big play. Anybody got some thoughts? He might have a removal right here, but assuming he doesn't, I think we double block the ooze. It's just too much long-term value in the lands. And the fact he can't do too much shenanigans with the ooze right now. He'd have to get 2 creatures in the yard and spend 2 green. So I just don't think he can. Plus it keeps our Lily alive. Exiled a Mutavault. Yeah, that's not a creature. Okay, so that worked out how we were hoping. Vizier, yeah. Okay. Ooh, another Muta. Okay, so we might... Do we consider just edicting here? We got Lily protected. This is another big play here. We got 11 minutes this game 3, so we got time to think about it. I mean, Edict gets rid of the knight. I think maybe discard's better. Puts him under the rack. We got blockers. Open to some thoughts here. Yeah, we're gonna play the Muta no matter what, so we might as well just do that before we accidentally discard it or something. Lily uptick, probably the best play here. Oh, that's right. He doesn't have the mana. We got rid of his infinite mana. All right, we're now a beatdown deck. The guy's talking shit. He said misplay, but I guess that's the only way you win most games. Let's pull it over. You can't read it. He says, oh, misplay, but I guess that's the only way. What is this misplay? That he ate the Mutavault? You didn't have a way out, buddy. Puff Tree's main phase. Oh, we got Salt. We got a Salt play here. This is going to be great. I can't wait to tell him, sorry I kept him from his first 4-1 ever, because he's 3-1 right now. He's going to be so mad if I tell him that. Oh, my God. So let's try to win, and then we can worry about... Oh, counter squall. Jeez, I want to keep it. Oh, to block Coco here? Wow. That's too greedy, I think. I think we just stick with our basic win condition. This is the problem with counter squall in this situation. Like, you could wait a turn and then start discarding. To just stop Coco here. That might be smart. We just wait a turn because we're at a standstill right now. And the only way you could probably get back in it is to get a Coco type of value. Yeah, so I think we're just going to wait. Yeah. So we're going to... This question's come up a lot. What to do in this situation where you're hellbent, you have Lily, and you're racking them, and then you draw counter squall. Because if you keep plussing the Lily, you're not going to have counter squall. So I think in this situation, or in situations where that question's relevant, you wait a turn. So let's see if it plays out properly. And then basically every other card we're going to start discarding. Oh, he has Coco in his hand right here. Oh my God, he's going to quit. Oh, Court of Calling. Yeah, we definitely counter this. We only got one blocker for Lily now. He did that in his end step, though. We could do a crackback with the double Mutavault. Well, we don't want Lily to die. I'm actually going to block the Vizier because I don't want him to post-mortem the knight back and hit the rack. isn't great here. Guess we just gotta survive a couple turns. So we gotta think of either trading the mutable or going for a crackback. But he could have had Coco there, Graham, right? Oh, but then we could have countered it, you mean? Well, I think now we have to trade. Because we're not going to be able to crack back through that. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Graham. We got to dodge what? Kitchen finks? This will work. Got him. He was talking shit too. He says, misplay, but I guess that's the only way you win most games. Then next thing he says is, perfect draw to the counter swall. And then he says, better lucky than good. So we've got triple salt. So the salt mine is going. Also, what are you playing exactly right now? If you do apostrophe deck list, I guess. This guy's still going. We're having a good talk here. He said, I'm stoked for your first one. I was like, you just stole my joke. That's a joke I just told you. He's still going on. This is great. Yeah, I mean, we just have to wait for him to go. Lou Evil. You literally have one out in Druid. It's amazing. He's going. It's too, you can't see it because it's too, like, small, you know. This guy says, I bet you $100. He's like going on talking about stuff. And I said, yeah, I might honor that if you know. This is a guy talking shit in a friendly league. We're not even a competitive one. So we're going to have 12 minutes of timeouts. Let's just bring up the deck list. He's definitely not going to let me win early. So we'll just go for this 12-minute stuff. I told him just to come by the stream so we can talk, you know. All right, I'm gonna pull up the deck list. Okay, so we got our salt milled of the day. I'll post the chat log. Um, Basically, he's demanding to. I don't even know what he's demanding, but it's pretty funny. So, back to the list. Things to possibly cut. Charm has never really been great. So we can make that another brutality. We can make this another Jace. Of course, man. I'm open to all thoughts from all type of players, new and veteran, and you fall into the veteran category. So yeah, give it to me straight. We'll see how it plays out. You know, like I said, you gotta. We've only done limited amount of games. Okay, so first thing about the list though, before we talk about it, is this should be 4 surgicals. The sideboard's wrong online. This should be 4 surgicals and a Bantus, and this Nezumi should be a Fulminator Mage. But the rest seems pretty solid, and the main board is yeah. So if you're just joining, we're waiting out this victory here. We might as well update the current. Might as well use up our time properly. The single Fulminator is a very strong sideboard option. For one, a lot of games that one land can really blow it out. So I'll answer your question, Noxus, first, and I'll go back to Graham's stuff. You know, Fulminator is great against a lot of decks. Obviously against Tron, you have surgicals, so if you need a way sometimes to get a land in their graveyard. So if you could Fulminator surgical, that's a good way to beat Tron. Fulminator is great against Jund. Grixis Death Jund for the Raging Ravine, and also they don't run a lot of lands. Grixis Death Shadow, the same thing. They just don't run a lot of lands. It's really good if you have Lily Last Hope, because you can get, if you can destroy 2 lands with Fulminators, you're perfectly you're probably going to win if you can flashback a Fulminator with Lily. And it's just a good strong card. And then obviously search for Skana. So that's the way I would think about Fulminator. And why a single, one of creatures can be fine. Don't I wouldn't run like a one of Bob, but 1 Asylum Visitor, 1 Nezumi, 1 Fulminator, 1 Tombstalker. I think that's fine. You don't want to thin your list too much or do all kinds of crazy stuff. Oh, my bad. Well, that was a good answer for anyone else who didn't know why it's good. But just the slots are too full. The answer to any reason why is are not 4 of a sideboard card is most likely because it's too full. And I really like Pack Rat. So I feel like if you're running 2 Lilies, which I've been liking lately, Last Hopes, then 3 sideboard creatures is good approximate number. And then it's like, what are those 3? Should those 3 be? And I feel like 2 pack rats is really strong because just the 2 of them can really get you what you kind of need of them. So then I have a 1 creature sideboard slot, and it's like, what should that 1 be? Fulminator is probably the best. Well, he ended with a GG. I said GG back. Let's see if he now follows up with some more. Okay, so initial feedback from our buddy Graham here is Whispers, not sure about. He's thinking you should add another Thoughtseize here. Maybe cut the charm. Dimir charm for a 3rd Thoughtseize. I could see that. Dimir charm is definitely on the edge to be cut. Yeah, no, I know you said you do like Whispers. I misspoke there. The problem with Whispers, and you'll see as we play the next match, is not, we have creatures main board, but the Delirium is tough because we don't have a lot of instants. Nah, I'm kind of feeling the 3 lilies. Maybe we go 4, but it's one of those big cards we cut back. The only card we didn't cut down was Inquisition, because I just think that's probably the strongest card. We'll see. We'll finish the league, and then we can think a little more about the deck building. All right, let's go for that 4-1. We mined some salt from our last opponent. It's usually the counter spells that do it. Usually when you counter squall something, that's the... Oh yeah, look at you up there. Damn! Our resident expert in here. That's pretty good, man. 12 5-0s. I'm impressed. Very nice. Well, it's good. You already helped me quite a bit these past 2 games. I'm by no means a expert player. I have signs of flashes of greatness sometimes, but I'm just steadily trying to get better. I really only started Magic a couple years ago, so it's rough. But I feel if you just keep playing, that's the #1 thing for everybody. Just keep playing. Friendly League is still killers in here. You play people on the Pro Tour and stuff. It's like it's a good sign that you're doing all right. Yeah, we highlighted some mistakes that game. Game 1 we kind of blew it against Green White Company there. Match 2, we fatal pushed the bird right away. It's usually good to bolt the bird, but might not have been the best play there. It turned out to work out because he didn't have another land, but you don't want to have that thinking where you ends justify the means. Okay, well, let's focus on this match. It's a pretty solid hand. We can dump our cards to tutor. So, and right, that wasn't quite Green-White Company. That was the post-mortem version. So that's even a little more combo-oriented. So we don't have a turn 1, but we could just play a polluted delta. Oh, shit. Got ourselves a Bogles. I guess we just fetch the water here. Bridge is what we're going to need a tutor for, probably, if we can survive that long. Oh, good. Something we can kill with collective brutality. He doesn't have any instants or sorceries, though, right? Not quite a reason to... I think maybe we escalated anyways. 2 paths. That's true. They do have paths. Okay, so if we ask, what are we discarding here? A search. Both searches? Jace can actually block. Maybe just 1 search, I guess. Oh, I'm definitely taking life. I'm definitely life draining him. It's a matter if I double escalate or not. I'm killing the core spirit dancer and draining life. Definitely. The question is whether, and that's taking a search. So that means do one of these other 4 cards. We're definitely doing collective into search. So is one of these other 4 cards dumping for the chance at taking a path. But like we were saying, path isn't doing much here. Well, Jace. We do want to protect Jace. That protects Jace. We did forget about that. Search might be too slow. So, I mean, I could just get rid of both of them. It gets us to tutor faster also. This is a big, big turn here. We're definitely core and life draining. Do we want to discard one of these other 4 cards? We're going to do it. We're going to get rid of both searches here. Well, if the tutor's in the yard, the Jace can flip it back. That is true. Let's try all 3 here. Target opponent reveals his hand. Target creature -2. Target opponent. Okay. Griffspoon, Rancor, Horizon Canopy. So we're really going to need to pull a smallpox here. That was the thought, Bacafaro. That's why I wanted to do at least, discard all modes, like you said. So Ethereal Armor, he played Horizon, Griffspoon. He's got a Rancor in hand. He's probably just going to play it, right? Oh, come on. We need a Lily or Smallpox. Lily, Smallpox. Lily, Smallpox. Let's go. Lily or Smallpox, baby. At least we can survive a couple turns here. Lily, Smallpox. Lily, Smallpox. I guess Jace is the play. Tutor, I mean, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we're going to have... Skanta is the better out. If we Escanta, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not going to flip this turn, but it would flip the next turn. That's... If we had something in the graveyard, I guess Jace would be better. But since we don't, we have to just search. Yeah, I guess that's the best. I can. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we could just Raven's Crime him, even if it's doing nothing to fill our yard. Okay, yeah, I like that playground. It's pretty smart thinking. Oh, you're good to have around, man. You're gonna have to be a staple of the of the stream. So he'll be able to get a potentially another enchantment. Alright, we're down to 1. Oh, smallpox kills us. Fuck. We need Lily and Lily only. So Ascanta Flip isn't going to help us. Lily! That's got trample. Yeah, we're dead. If only I had 4 lilies in this deck. You can't really play for Bogles. Bogles is a matchup we should have locked down pretty good. This is an example of where a single smallpox or lily wins the games against Boggle. But didn't have either. So we only have 6 instead of 8. Let's see how deep we were. It's okay. Let's go to game 2. We can win games 2 and 3. That's how we roll. So let's pull up our sideboard guide just to make sure we're thinking clearly. It's always good. That's why it's nice to have a guide. Keep you grounded. So they typically have the white ley line. So some of our 1-drops aren't as great. So what we would want versus Bogles. We're missing our Bantus. Perhaps Counter Squall. You're saying surgical, extirpate, push, and 2 squalls. You're saying you should keep the fatals, huh? For the core fire dancer, I guess? I would get rid of the charm is fair. Whispers is probably slow. Thoughtseize and Ravens are pretty good. I like trimming down on the 2 because of the no, I want to keep some of these. Got to get rid of the 1-drops. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Not Leyline. I'm thinking of Chalice. So yeah, Whispers is good to get rid of. Basically took out. It seems decent. Yeah, Collective's 1 to cut. Just give us another win condition. I'm going for it. We did it. Threw her in there. Nope. Ghost Quarter might not be terrible here. He has the Horizon. Alright, let's see if our smallpox does it. Does he not have a second land? Oh, Dried Arbor. Okay. I definitely think we pox, right? Now we can pox, for sure. What's the worst card here? I guess probably Ghost Quarter. We already have the blue. No, we need our double black. Hey, anybody else that's watching, feel free to interact. You know, we're not judging here. It's good to see different thought processes, even if. So he got rid of both lands. He's a brave dude. It's gonna have a little race here. So I guess we stick Jace, and then flip Jace for smallpox. So that's our path here. We need to get another card in the graveyard first. We could extirpate. What? Just go ahead and fire it off. I think we extirpate here. It's just a matter of what we take. Just extirpate the Temple Gardens. Yeah, he's a little low on land. Kind of like that. It was that or the Dried Arbor, really, but or the I guess Windswept. He's got 4 enchantments. Okay. Now we play our land. We tap Jace. I guess Countersquall is actually. No, probably push, right? That's not doing much here. Yeah, we'll keep Countersquall. Jace flips, so now we'll flash back. Oh, maybe we should wait on a. Smallpox. It's not hitting the land. Maybe we wait on a land here. Keep Countersquall up. Could tutor for our other Countersquall. I guess he doesn't have a lot of land right now, so maybe we just get the Shrieking down. We're going to Jace up here. Question is do we hold Countersquall or just stick to Shrieking? No, I think we stick to Shrieking here. We're on a what, a 12 turn clock right now? No, excuse me. 7 turn plus his enchantments. What, does he not have white? Kind of want to get rid of one of these guys. I'm not sure what I want with the tutor though. It's Lily, right? Yeah, I'm guessing Lily. So what we do now is we play the island. We're going to flashback Smallpox, discard Counter Swall. Tutor up our Lily for this turn, for next turn. Oh, he's got a land, uh-oh. I guess he killed Jace here. But he's been avoiding Jace now. Oh, I wish I could do it. That'll be one turn more. Since we can Lily minus here, we can keep the Smallpox for next turn. Okay. And between that, it should be a good. Yeah, Edict was definitely going to wreck him there. So. Yeah, I usually bring in both Skeens. Could put both in. Yeah, we didn't really get hit with the ley line that game. All right, last game of the league. Let's see if we can bring it home. Either way, we got our money back. So first league with our new list. We're at minimum 60% win rate, so that's good. Let's try to bring this one home. This is a good matchup for us. Just gotta get our Lilies and Smallpoxes. This is going to be a tight one. We're going to keep it, but especially with him mulling. See if we can do it. Okay. So we only have one card for that, so no big deal. He mulled down pretty good. Cool. Thanks, Graham. My girl is getting her nails done for like another hour, so we have time probably to do start the next league. I'm going to play Legacy tomorrow on paper, so I can't ignore her today. I probably should be playing Legacy online, but this is a lot of fun. I'm much more of an 8-rack guy than it. God, what is this guy doing? Okay, well, Search, you're now a tutor. A scry, I mean, excuse me, a tutor. It's a scry every turn, basically. But see, he's already down to 3 cards. So with Smallpox is hopefully going to take 2 of those cards from him. It could take 3. Now I can't flip Jace is thinking. That's true, but Jace is still value. He wants to play a slow game. This isn't mono black, bro. I got blue in here. We basically just need a Lily. If he's trying to play like the Sturtle, Lily is MVP right here. If we draw another land, we'll probably just Smallpox, even if it doesn't hit a creature. No, that'd be too loose. Lily, show me the lilies. Fatal Push. Yeah, I don't really want Fatal Push right now. Show me the lily. It's gonna be a slow one. Need our Lily. I like that thinking, Graham. We'll consider some of those options. Oh, we need Delirium Schemes now, baby. No, I'll keep Groundswell. Is it really good? Yeah, we're playing this dirtily game. I think we want to keep it. If we're going to be dirtling with them back and forth like this. Since we're never going to use Raven's Crime again, I think I'm going to put a polluted here. Yeah, at this point, we're basically digging for the lilies. We have bridge and counter squall, so we're in a decent spot here. No, we want Mutavault. So we'll force him to path it. If he even kept those in. I'm keeping Mutavault. This is our 5 lands. So we could be two deeper. Concur. We could be 2 closer to Lily. But at least now we have some type of clock here. Nope. So what can we dump with Skeens? Probably those 3. Keep Smallpox and Bridge. Question is do we want to Skeens first? Probably. So this, he's thinking, okay, before the Skeens hits, he's thinking there's no way he's going to be down in rack range. He can just dirtle forever. Once he sees Skeens once, this might force him to play something. We want him to play something so we get value of Smallpox. If we can get value of Smallpox just once, probably going to win. You discarded Spirit Mantle, Hyena, Umbra, and Thoughtseize. Okay. Now we're talking. Now enchant them. Oh, wow. That is really fucking good against us. Fuck. Yeah, we're going to most likely play Bridge and Pox. So we have to be careful what we have here. Yeah, I'm going to just keep this in my hand because, again, I want to get to Lily. So I'm going to discard this card no matter what. So I'm going to keep this into my hand because it's a bad card right now. If I put it to grave, Graham, what if I draw a Lily? No, we're going to discard it to Smallpox. So I think we keep it. Because we're going to discard a Smallpox, right? Yep. Everybody on the same page with that? I don't think it's worth the risk of drawing the land. If I draw like a Lily, I won't be able to Lily and Bridge. So I'm going to do this. Let's go, no. But it puts them down to one land. One land, one creature. Well, no. Whoops, I guess I have to get rid of my Urborg here. I tapped the wrong lands. It's not a huge problem, though. So that's a punt. It would have been a bigger punt if I sacked one of these lands and couldn't cast Bridge, but... Okay, so it is going to cost us a life. So yeah, it is a punt. I could have floated mana there in response. No, I guess I couldn't have. Shit, I think I actually have to get the water here. What if he hits our Dark Slick? Yeah, we're in a control type matchup. Okay, so now if he plays the cards, he's under cards plural. He can play one a turn and stay under it. So we have to break that parity of one a turn. Okay, so now we just need a discard. Puff Trees, what's up, dude? Pops is alive. Put Smallpox in graveyard? No, 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 no. Put Smallpox into your graveyard? No. I guess we're going to sack one of our blue mana here. Hey, we got there, boys. GG, 4-1 league. First league with our new list. Pretty tough to play. Pretty fun to play. GG, GG. Alright, let's see what we got here. How many peeps we got? Alright, there's 10 of you guys here. So we're going to do a quick little... I'm going to give one of these chests to one of you guys, just for watching. So you have to have a Magic Online account and be able to log in, like, so I can trade you the chest. So just, let's make a little thing here. So just type... we don't even have... I don't have any things to do. So just type... so type rack. So if you type rack and you have a Moto account, I'm going to do like a random and I'll give you guys one of these chests. So just type rack in chat in the next minute to let me know you're interested and have a Moto account. And then we'll just do like a random number generator. And okay, we got Graham, we got Shock, Frank, anybody else? We'll give it another minute. Make sure you guys have plenty of time to go in. Yeah, this Dimir Charm is pretty questionable. Tutor is also questionable. One, two, three. All right, a couple more. Anybody? And I'm just going to do like a 1 to 100 assignment in the order, and we'll just do like random 100. All right, one more person, and then we'll do, so it'll be 5 of you. Yeah, I think we're going to try some of those changes, Graham. We're going to talk about them first, though, because a lot of this is done on the video and stuff. Random number generator. Okay, max is 100. All right, so there's 4 of you guys. So 1 through 25 is Graham, 26 through 50 is Shock, 51 to 75 is Bacafaro, and 76 to 100 is Frank. So I'm just random it real cool. Generate. 88! Fucking Frank got it. Here's the, just pull it over really quick so you guys see. That was the 88. So that's what I said, right? Frank was the bottom one. Yep. So Frank, just sometime trade me online and I'll just give you a chest. You can just trade me wherever. So I'm going to open one myself real quick. Maybe 2. I think I have a couple. Yeah, we got 10 chests. Let's just open a couple ourselves. So congratulations to Frank. He's reaping the rewards of our 4-1. 15 play points. Kind of trash probably. Let's open one more. Siege Dragon. Probably not good. All right. Hopefully you get better lucky than me, Frank. So you don't have to rush to log in because I know you. If it was someone who just we don't know from the stream too often, I would say get it now. But I owe you one chest, Frank, whenever you want it. So let's talk about this list. So let's open a duplicate copy of it because we're going to call this V2. And I guess really quick we'll talk about the league. And then we'll do another league. So that'll be fun. We'll at least start one. We probably won't have time to go through it. So just looking back at our last league. Oh yeah, the salt mine. So we got a green-white player. It's so salty. So here's a league here. We lost. These are all, the first 3 matches are on the previous VOD on YouTube. So round 1, KCI. We lost game 1 pretty reasonably. Game 2, we should have won. We punted pretty bad. Lost. Match 2 and match 3 was blue-white control. Both of them went almost to time. One of them did go to time. We won by timer. But it's just good. We have a lot of grindiness versus them. It just gives you a different leg up. I definitely think you have better game versus control deck than you do with mono black. Personal opinion over a few games. Then we played the green-white company combo guy. We need more practice in that matchup. When we were at the RPTQ, that's the match that knocked us out, and we misplayed then. Probably want to hold Fatal in response to Core to calling, or to knock out one of his combo pieces, not necessarily just bolt the bird, which we always do. So good to think about. It may be smarter to play around it. And then the final matchup against Bogles, that's a really good matchup for us. We should have won game 1, but we didn't draw a single Lily or Smallpox, and we just needed an Edict effect. So good league. So now let's look at how we can change the deck a little bit. But actually, I'm going to take a quick break and go to the bathroom real quick. So we'll leave the list up, and then we'll talk about it and start it. So thanks, you guys, for watching. But hang around. We'll do some more. So I will be right back. All right. Appreciate you guys hanging around. So let's go back and look at some of the suggestions from our resident Friendly League master, Graham. So he's saying we basically are missing out on the fourth Lillian Pox. Just too strong to be one of those cards that we cut to 3 of. Which seems fair. So I like, that's one of the things we've been thinking too. So a lot of the time when people make suggestions, it's already on our board of potential suggestions and kind of just nudge them in the right direction. So we always appreciate feedback from everybody. So we'd cut charm and a push. So he's saying get rid of a charm and a push. He's saying you want the third Thoughtseize, essentially. Third Thoughtseize and bring collective to the side. You know, a couple of these one-of spells, like Brutality and Tutor, do get stronger with Jace. So the fact that we can cast them twice in a game sometimes makes them stronger, just having a one-of. But yeah, I'm with you there. Just say. Yeah, and then the sideboard, you're saying try Damping Spheres. Yeah, I mean, Damping Sphere is obviously great versus Tron. Our Storm matchup's already pretty solid. Tron, we're missing out on the... we're really lacking because we have these ley lines in here. These ley lines should all be surgicals. And then we should have a Bantus in the sideboard. So I think we're missing out on that more than anything. Resident Clown League expert Graham. Yeah, I mean, I like Bantus in the side. That's what I have it in my normal list. Because right now I have 5 graveyard hates in here. And I only have 4 in paper. Because I just have 4 surgicals instead of using ley lines. We don't have Fulminator online also, so... I can see cutting the Dimir charm for maybe the 4th smallpox. We kind of have a lot of other 2-drops there. Probably better. Yeah, no, you said 4 smallpox and 4th Lily early. Fourth Lily in exchange for a Dimir charm. Okay, I'm with that. Well, right, I agree. Your MVP cards should be 4 ofs. Which Inquisition I think is the best card, really. But the problem with smallpoxes and lilies, I mean, you can always discard them to themselves, so I don't want to say it's a problem, but you know, you don't want to be drawing too many of them, or you know, they're instantly up your CMC of this deck. So right now our change is we dropped the Dimir charm, which is on the cut, and we added a lily and a smallpox. So we're trying to figure out what other card to add or to drop for the lily and smallpox. pretty tight. I guess if I had to pick some that were on the cut list. Probably the brutality, probably in that order. This is tough. Appreciate any feedback. Just dropping the brutality overall. I mean, it kind of makes us weak to burn. Okay, so we dropped our we dropped the Dimir charm and the brutality for smallpox and a lily. That seems perfectly reasonable. Now we can think about this Nezumi if we want to make it an asylum visitor or a waste knot or what is this? Could try Bitter Blossom. We definitely like Waste Knot. Shadow Doubt is a good one we haven't been using too much lately. I think we'll keep it like that. We'll just adjust the main deck a little bit. Subtle changes. Yeah, I mean, we're a value deck, so Waste Knot could be that type of value that... Do we have a ley line? I didn't think we had a fourth ley line. Yeah, I guess that could work for online. It's just, it's not how we do it in paper, so... Yeah, I mean, the Waste Knot's good because it, why are my cards showing up? Nezumi is pretty nasty, though. Yeah, let's just try that. So the deck's a little different. We're not going to adjust the deck list because we're just, you know, experimenting a bit. So let's just run it back. Yeah, I mean, we go up to 4 with search. But I'm with you. It's just Stab Whisker the Odious, man. Is that the coolest guy ever? Yeah, with Nezumi, 4 pack rats, and then the Mutavolts, between flashing in racks and activating, you could do so many combat tricks. I love rats when you start going off. Okay. We got ourselves another green-white. Is this guy going to be as salty as the last? Oh, we got a Bogles. Alright, come on, smallpox. I do not. This isn't a good hand. It just happens to have Search and all these other great cards. Whoa, we got a Bant Bogles. I guess we take the Stubborn Denial and just wait on a Edict. Take Ethereal here. Gives it first strike and basically gives it... think keeping... What? Take Ethereal here. I mean, it's basically going to give it +3/+3. But I mean, Stubborn Denial, man. Yeah, but if I get one shot at killing him, I have one chance to kill him. With a smallpox, basically. And then you play bridge and win. Okay. Our game plan is to win with bridge. You might double enchantment here. At which point, there's the flooded. Yeah, I think we just walk into the search, right? I mean, we walk our search into the counterspell, and then win with bridge. Is that what everyone's thinking here? Oh, thank you. So while we think about it, that's the play you guys think, right? Got it. Corrected the league score. So the question is, do we walk into the counterspell here? Because we're basically going to try to win with bridge. Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. Bridge is really our path to victory here. Whoa. Our plan didn't work, guys. We're going to lose. Wait, now he can't. He's not ferocious. Okay, so now we can still do it. No, we can't. Fuck. Smallpox. Put swamp in your graveyard. Guess what I draw? 100% of the time. Guaranteed. Yeah, but it's going to be ferocious soon. Basically next turn. Fuck. I think we blew that one, guys. I think we should have definitely just taken the counterspell. Maybe the search can save us. We can fetch one here. Could maybe try to spook him with Infernal Tutor? Infernal Tutor the bridge? Play land, play bridge? Why? He's just going to counterspell it. I think we try to do something a little spooky here. One, two, three, four. Let's see, we could throw a fatal push in the graveyard. Oh, I guess we couldn't. I was going to say if we could even just cast it even if it fizzled. Okay, he's got us this game. It was close. If we didn't take his ethereal armor, he might have just killed us and then put Lily in the graveyard. Basically, yes, right? She's not going to do anything for us. Yeah, we basically just lose right here, right? We can. He doesn't have trample, so we can block. Oh yeah, Spirit Mantle. No, we could block this one though, I mean. Or this one won't attack, so we have a turn, potentially to survive here. We can't fetch. Oh, he got it just right. Okay. Wouldn't have been able to cast Lily, because he would have counterspelled it. But the same thing would have happened, yeah. Okay. Our friendly neighborhood Bogles got there. Bunch of bullshit. That's alright. It's alright. So, Delirium Skeins, definitely good. Take out some of our 1-drops here. Probably something like that. Yeah, don't forget the schemes are pretty MVP, you know, especially if they hide behind the, getting rid of some of these direct target spells is good. So the Bant was the key, the blue. If we were in paper, we would have just spooked and taken that. Probably would have died just from getting rushed, but we could have hid behind the bridge, perhaps. This isn't a great hand versus Bogles. I think we have to mulligan this. Lily's good. But we don't really have anything else, so. Is a turn 3 Lily enough to get a win? He mulled, though. We basically are looking for a fetch here. You think that's a keep, huh? No blue. No turn. It looks like he's probably mulling to a ley line, but maybe not. You say you don't run it in this list. I mean, if he just has 2 creatures, we lose. If he has 1 creature and a bunch of enchantments, we don't. Why would he mull to a single creature? They want multiple creatures. This is a pretty loose keep. Anybody else have any thoughts? I'm thinking we mull this, personally. I mean, he's down to 6. He may go less. So just having a Lily is pretty strong. We need that blue though. I mean, it's basically a five lander right here. Well, let's take our resident Clown League expert advice. Let's keep it. See how it plays out. This is part of the learning experience. We're already up. You know, some funds. Let's keep it. All right, Graham. I hope you enjoy the stream. You should give me a follow here since you're basically half the stream now. Okay, good. So this was a good keep based on his hand. Just a single ley line. We just hope he doesn't draw too many Bogles. That was really bad. So this is not good. not great. He gets to draw a card because of Curious Obsession. Oh my god, come on, Smallpox. See, we should have definitely just mulled for Smallpox there. That's okay. We have to give our resident experts some playtime here. We'll just move on to game 2. I mean, if we top deck a Smallpox, everything changes. Ouch. Well, we got a blue. I guess Lily's just definitely the right move. I know we can't edict him, but still think it's the best, right? What do we have? Should we search for a bridge? Bridge isn't gonna do much. Just stick a search and dig for a Jace might even be better for that. We get a nice little Smallpox for the win here. He's not threatening lethal, so we're not going to block. Curious Obsession. I mean, it's possible to beat. We need to start drawing gas quickly. We haven't lost to Bogles in long time, so. I guess we do Jace first. There's no way to get 5 in the yard, right? Yeah. 1. Could block and then flip in response to the block, right? Might save us a turn. It's not great. Can you even do that, right? I don't have 5 in here, so there's no way. Yeah, I guess we gotta play the mutable. We gotta just survive, what, 1 turn here? I guess we should have looted then, since we can't do the block trick. So. Mistakes, mistakes. We just have to chump block with our mutavault next turn. I was gonna flip them after I blocked. I guess we loot and flip, or do we block? I guess we need to block. That's our only option, right? Literally our only play, right? It's not looking great. It's alright, you gotta try everything. It's part of learning a deck. So if he has path exile, we just lose. Or something that makes it unblockable. I was thinking the same thing when I started making it. I was like, oh, all we need is first strike. I mean, thing in the ice. Smallpox, baby, give it to me. Give it to me. Smallpox, fucking goddamn lilies. GG, GG. There was no way to activate this and dig and get it. I guess we did, Graham. GG. We got time to do one more. We'll go ahead and get started. So loot lost to Bogles. That should never happen. But some bad keeps, bad discards. But you don't know they're bad till you do them. So you gotta kind of try. I think in game 1, if we just took the counterspell, like that would have been a path to victory. And game 2, we probably should have mulled. There's no telling, our 6 could have been even worse. But that 7 was not capable. And we kept it, so part of learning. Let's update the league. Not really a keepable hand. Double smallpox. 1-landers are not typically good. I'm going to keep this one though. Because any other land could get me going with Shrieking here. Our 5s could be really bad. Ugh, this hand is terrible though. Oh, this might be a go down to 5 kind of hand. But I think our best chance is to keep, look for a second land, and stick the search. I think going to 5 is a worse option here. Not great. Got 2 of my best cards here on the left, polluted delta and search, so that's good. I'm gonna keep. Let's pray. Let's all play together. Good. Dark slip on top. Now we get a good hand. Well, there goes our search. But Godless Shrine. So this could be white-black smallpox. 23. Oh, you mean... No, he's talking about the hand I had. This could be against white-black smallpox. It could be Abzan. Who else is running Godless Shrine these days? Oh, took our Shrieking Affliction. Okay. Dark looks pretty good. But he doesn't know about Dark Slick, so maybe we play the Delta and just fetch a swamp. I think that's what we do. Yeah, no, Graham, I'm not trying to throw you under the bus or anything, of course. Just different thoughts. I'm glad you're typing it out because people who watch this video could then see the logic behind, the decisions we made. I mean, it wasn't that I just was like, oh, what does Graham do, and did it. It was like, okay, yeah. I mean, went with the line. It was definitely one of the ones that we're thinking about. He must have another discard. The fact he didn't take smallpox or tutor. Okay. This is a Mardu? Mardus don't run Godless, do they? Oh. Well, he's letting me keep search. Kind of setting ourselves up for a tutor here. I guess we got to watch out for several things here. Pyromancers. Gideon of the Trials. That could just basically kill us here. No, you're true. We drew pretty bad. That hand we kept, the 7. It's a fine keep. If we got a blue source instead, or, we had a lot of draws there that could have won the game for us. We just drew repeat searches. We didn't draw blue. Too late. Didn't draw smallpox. So okay, so we're probably losing game one here. I don't know if there's anything possible I could tutor to beat it. Mutable. Probably not. That's GG. I guess Jace Emblem. So we're going to try to win by Jace Emblem or Mutable. Oh, no. This is pretty much GG though. Kinda need a land here. God, I kinda need to dump the search. I might just have to like, well, I guess we could exclude it. Put water grave and graveyard. No, we need this. Get a bridge to protect us from the Shambling and the Gideon, and then no, I don't think it's possible to beat a Gideon. I'm trying to think. Let's try to think of any possible way to win this game. Let's hear it. If he just draws his whole deck, he doesn't lose, right? It just kind of goes to like a draw. I mean, I'll die before that, but I mean, if I block with the Mutable, 3, 4, and then flip Jace, I only have 4 in there, 5, 6. Not quite enough. He's letting me attack him and have him down to 1 power. Okay. He must have a fatal push or something. Need like a to the slaughter. Yeah, the 1 dismember is good. I usually run him in my mono black list. But yeah, I mean, the chance of having the 1 dismember now. Swamp, rack, and what could I tutor up here? Anything worth tutoring? Probably better off just attacking, right? Just tutor bridge. Okay, yeah, that's probably a smart play. I'll be at 1, yeah. Oh no, he can attack with Shambling Vent too and activate. So yeah, we're dead. This is a really tough match. Yeah. Okay, so I think the surgical we bring in, counter squall is important. Hopes are probably good. I don't know if the delirium schemes is good. This is what I'm thinking potentially bringing into. So we got our sideboard card. Basically against red prison. Yeah. Yeah, same thing with the Ravens. Maybe leave one Ravens in. Basically our answers to Gideon here. The Fatal is good for the land, you know. Let's look at our sideboard guy. We don't really have, of all the decks listed, we don't really have a good one for the Gideon Tribal. Could probably go down on the Lilies. Surgical, counter squalls. Could probably trim one. See how it goes. We're gonna keep it. Our last hand was way fucking worse than this, so. Nobody gets cards this game, buddy. You hear me? Nobody. I don't want the black to help him. And since I have an Urborg, if I draw like a Mutavault, the swamp would be the odd land out, so I don't want to open with it. Okay, so we take the Knight's Whisper. He looks like he's going to be able to... God, we need a surgical bad. Maybe we take the Brutality here. Because if not, he's going to put both surgicals in the yard. Fuck. I think we have to do that. We're going to let him draw two, but we'll be able to we'll be able to counter the next turn. Do you think he would go that hard in value and discard those? Probably, right? Yeah, Whisper's the obvious choice. No, he's gonna. You can't counter. You mean the following turn? Counter one of the lingering flashback. So if we take the Knight's Whisper as the obvious choice because it's draw, versus if we take if we take the Knight's Whisper, he might cast Brutality and discard both Lingering Souls and take one of our discard or a counterspell probably. At that point, we'd almost have a dead hand. I think we might actually take the Brutality here. Because if he makes us discard Counterspell and discards both those, then our Inquisitions are basically going to whiff, and then he's got all the value in the graveyards. Can't discard both, don't have a creature. Fair. That's true. We'll take the Knight's Whisper then. So the thought process there that tipped us was the fact that he can't do all three escalation because we don't have a creature from the -2/-2. So that's a good call. This is going to be tough though. So he's going to definitely take something and discard a lingering. So we imagine he takes counter. So now he's got a Lingering Souls and an Unknown. Definitely not now that we got Counter Squall. He's got double swamp, so I don't think the Urborg is going to help. Well, we can Inquisition here, and we basically just take a Lingering Souls, so that doesn't do much. The Inquisitions are never going to be good at this point. We should have mulled. Excuse me. We should have sideboarded out more Inquisitions. There's no reason we should have 4. I mean, we're so scared of Gideon. Still. Let's just see what happens here. We kind of need the counterspell for Gideon, though. This is now we can. Do we just counterspell this? Probably, right? Make him discard the other one. Yeah, it's the best use of our mana, time, cards, tempo. We gotta pull something out of our hat here. Ooh, Waste Not could do it. He's got the white now, so we gotta see what else he has. This should draw us a card at least. Oh, he's got a big Gideon. Fuck. Well, it's been fun. This probably be the end of the stream today, though. We finished our last league 4-1. This is not looking like a good league here. I'll probably just finish it out on my own late night or something. But next time I stream, it'll probably just be a fresh league. Combination of, playing some decks like this one. We're not exactly sure. Black, white, smallpox. Actually, a little Mardu. Or maybe he just threw us off with the red. I guess it's just black, white, smallpox. And it's black, white control. Yeah. They took out smallpox probably for the lingering. Almost want to just trade there. We're not going to be able to crack back on the Gideon with the Shambling Vent. I guess we wait a turn. This puts us at 9. Maybe we trade. Yeah, I think we have to trade here. We're not gonna. If we could crack back, we would. But okay, GG. It's okay. That's just how some of the leagues go. What? Fuck do I need to pay one? I got confused. I thought I had already paid for something there. All right. I guess it was too late to activate the blocker. Is what happened. Well, GG. Finished the last league 4-1. That was pretty good. So we're going to be scrounging to get a 3-2 this league to keep our win rate up. We're going to try to keep track of all the matchups and everything since it's a new deck. Yep, might as well just wrap it up. GG. All right, so those last two games weren't the greatest, but it's good to see the deck stumble a little bit, so you can figure out what the problems are. Not the best draws there. Not the best start to the league, but hey, it's all good. So we changed a couple things up. We added another Lily and Smallpox and dropped a Dimir Charm and Collective Brutality. We dropped a Nezumi for the Waste Knot. And dropped this Extirpate for another Ley Line. So we'll see how it goes. Appreciate you guys watching though. We're going to call it for today. Upload this video. So let's just review the matches. We beat Green White Company and then Bogles to get 4-1 in that league. And then we just lost to Bogles and Black White. So, no, Graham, no, it's good. I know, I really appreciate you being here and adding an extra dimension to thinking it through. I probably would have done things a little different, but it doesn't mean they would have been right. So it's good to just see some different lines of play. These are all videos that everyone's going to have access to, so no big deal. So we'll see how the Lilies and Smallpoxes feel, and we'll just keep jamming games. So see you next time, guys. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions before we get out of here. All right. Well, yeah, appreciate it. Thanks you guys stopping by and everything. Y'all take it easy. We'll get them next time. Peace.